You are never going to not need grace. All right, teachers, I know that's a double negative. I didn't do ungood in English, okay? Sometimes you need to make a point. You are never going to not need grace. Say that with me. You are never going to not need grace. Make it personal. I am never going to not need grace. This is really important. And sometimes it's those of us who think we're standing strong who are the ones who are going to need grace more than anybody else. The Last Supper, Peter replied, even if all fall away on account of you, Jesus, I never will. You know, Jesus is, predicting that everybody's going to fall away and this bad stuff's going to happen. Peter goes, yeah, those guys maybe, but not me. I tell you the truth, Jesus answered. This very night, before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times. But Peter declared, and in Mark's version it says, he declared emphatically, because that's who Peter is. Even if I have to die with you, Jesus, I will never disown you. Switch scenes. Jesus gets arrested. He's at the chief priest's courtyard. Peter is one of only 2 of the apostles, of the disciples, who followed him. All the others did run away. Somebody sees him. Okay. It's the next scene. We see Peter. You are not one of the disciples, are you? A girl at the door asked Peter. He replied, nope. It's a girl at the door. I mean, it's not like, it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, with a big gun in your face. It's not some bad guy. It's not like, it's just a girl at the door. Hey, aren't you with Jesus? He can't, a couple of hours ago, he said, oh, I'll die with you, Jesus. Some girl goes, are you with Jesus? Nope, that's not me. I'm not. Listen to this. It was cold, and the servants and the officials around the fire it was cold, and the servants and officials stood around a fire they had made to keep warm. And Peter was also standing with them, warming himself. Then another girl sees him, says, hey, you're a Jesus guy. He denies it again. The 3rd time, somebody says, aren't you one of those Jesus guys? And he denies it. And this time he adds swearing for emphasis. Sometimes that's important. One of my good friends, a couple of my good friends, actually Pastor Chaz and Chelsea also went, and they're also my good friends, but they went on the Daniel plan. Have you done any diet plans where they try to make you eat food that just really shouldn't be eaten, Can we just say that quinoa is in that category? Quinoa? And they decided, what I love about it, they decided that they would make quinoa into a swear word, that they weren't going to eat it. They were just going to make, because that solves 2 problems. You have something to do with quinoa, and you can work on your swearing, So, son of a quinoa. I mean, it just works, right? So I'm imagining Peter going, quinoa, I don't even know this guy. He's making an emphatic point. And the Bible says, just as he was speaking, the rooster crowed. Let that moment sink in. Jesus says the rooster's going to crow, and he denies him 3 times, and then the rooster crows. I swear I don't know the man, the rooster crows, and then this is what kills you, right? The look. The Lord turned and looked straight at Peter. Evidently, they were close enough within eyeshot to be able to see each other, and the Lord turned and looked at Peter, and their eyes met. And it says, then Peter remembered the word of the Lord had spoken to him. Before the rooster crows today, you will disown me 3 times. And he went out and he wept bitterly. Remember, you're never going to not need grace. Sometimes when you think you're the strongest is when you're going to need it the most.